about this. I just wanted to hang out and chill and relax with you guys, put some makeup on, and maybe chat about Selling Sunset if anyone else is watching that. I'm 3 episodes in, and I have a lot of thoughts. Thank you. Ashley, that stuff, you can control that stuff with your mind. You have to visualize. Someone said something yesterday that I really liked. I don't remember exactly how they worded it, but they said we're in an era where everyone is kind of on their own journey and customizes their avatar as they see fit. It's not like a one-size-fits-all. Everyone goes through X, Y, and Z. We have more... Hey Gabe, hello, welcome back. Thank you, Nada. Good to see you again. Hello, Chosen One. Hello. Hi, Piero. Fierrero. Sorry if I said it wrong. It's pretty cursive. I can't really read what your name says. Okay. I also, at CVS, got another NYX pencil. Hey, there he is. Hello. Yes, Ardell 425. These are more dramatic than the lashes I've had the last few times, which were 421. Honestly, the 421 are a lot better in person than these ones, but I feel like these ones are better on camera because camera kind of lessens your makeup. So good luck with your work day, Whiskey. It's good to take a little break and clear your mind, right? Okay. So anyway, is anyone watching Selling Sunset with me? I just think they're all so beautiful, and they're like living Barbie dolls. And I love their fashion and just how over the top they are, and they're so glamorous. I really love Bree's attitude, how she doesn't take anything from anyone. She just stays so true to herself. You just had on your TV? Yay. Awesome. You only watched the... Oops, let me move that. You only watched the clips on TikTok? I'm like that with most shows, honestly. I keep up with them through TikTok clips. Yeah, it's pretty hot today, actually. So, Chriselle, honestly guys, Chriselle, I like her, and she's my favorite hair. I like a lot of things about her, but she also kind of gives me PTSD because I always forget this until a new season comes on, and then I have all these mixed feelings because I used to have, like 20 years ago, I used to have a very close friend who is like indistinguishable from Chriselle. Like they look like the same person, their voice is the same, they dress the same hair, makeup, vibe, everything. Like it's really trippy watching Chriselle because she's identical to my friend that I used to be really close to. And it kind of, I don't know, it's a weird feeling. Have you guys ever had that when like a character on a show or in a movie reminds you so much of someone you've known in real life that it's like trippy. Oh, thank you there, Funny Bunny Cat Eye. Oh yeah, and in general, you guys know this is the time to ask any questions, particularly about beauty, things like that. You know, I'm an open book. Unless I'm doing a Reiki live, then I like to focus on that. Am I gonna do my makeup right now? That's right, I am. What I don't like is when a real person tries to, oh, you've seen the opposite. A real person tries to morph into a character on the show. That's funny. Yeah. Usually for me, it's the opposite. It's characters on a show or recreations of people I knew in real life. My eyebrows, e.l.f. Yes, I'm using black glue. Eyebrows is e.l.f. gel and e.l.f. brow pencil. However, so I think the e.l.f. brow pencil is better than Anastasia brow pencil, but Anastasia brow gel is better than the e.l.f. gel. I'm gonna need to buy some of that. Whenever I use the Anastasia brow gel, I get asked, like out in the world, people ask me if I got my eyebrows done, and I haven't. But no one really asks about the e.l.f. gel. It's still better than no gel though. Still gets the job done. The nails, this is, believe it or not, this is medium length. They're not the longest. A sharp almond. This is Funny Bunny, and then it's a sparkly cat eye on top. You can see the cat eye better in this light, I think, than when it's just my studio lights. Right? Isn't it, Yana? Isn't it so weird where like people can be so close to you and then you see them years later? Look at that. Not that there's something wrong with my natural lashes, but I just feel like it gives it a little boost of glam. But I like to buy this Sammy supplement on Amazon. It's like $20 on there, and in the store, like at Whole Foods, it's closer to $50 for the same thing. I think they also have them at Sprouts. Those are the two places I used to buy it until I found it online. That sounded like a loud sneeze, didn't it? Did you guys hear that? Am I imagining it, or did you guys hear like a sneeze? But it sounded too loud to be... You did? I wonder what that was, because it sounded too loud to be a cat. You thought that was... Huh. But my cats are like in another room together. Are they? Maybe you guys will see them pop up in the back, but I think they're sleeping. It came from behind me. How spooky. How spooky. Just in time for Halloween. Is there a ghost? A ghost here, perhaps? I'm kind of like spooked out, you guys. I want to go see if one of my cats are. Hold on. My cats are peacefully sleeping in another room. You guys, it was so spooky. I'm sure it's some kind of like, maybe it's like a plumbing thing or I don't know. That is so weird. I'm glad you heard it too. Okay, hello ghost. Hello, welcome. Thanks for joining our live. Hello. Hello spooky. Is that you? Are you the one that sneezed back there? Okay. So weird. Well, now it really feels like Halloween. I guess that's tomorrow, but stop, you guys, cut it out. Stop saying there was something moving. It must have been some kind of plumbing thing. Oh, the inner corner. Why is the inner corner always against me? Okay. These are the lashes. Oh, but I don't want. Hey, Freezy. I'm not trying to sell anything, TikTok. No sales happening here. Just telling people what makeup I'm using. I'm sure it's available on TikTok Shop, so don't go restricting me. Alright. Just saying that because the other day I was showing some of my jewelry collection and my live got a restriction notice for trying to sell something. Okay. Is the ghost trying to do, oh, how cute, Enrique. Maybe there's been a ghost here all along and now they're trying to do their own ASMR. That's adorable. Ghost ASMR. Kind of a cool sound. Take care, Yana. Oops. Thank you, Freezy. Freezy breezy. Alright. Let's see. Let's get some glue on. Makes me want to do a redder lip when I see that. Okay. Let's get this one on. Let's get the hard part over with. Okay. I need to find friends that like watch. I don't know where to find friends that like to watch Selling Sunset or those type of shows. My friends all have like really cool high-powered jobs and they're super in careers and they're super busy and they don't have time for that kind of stuff. You're a real estate agent, you watch Selling Sunset? Oh, I know it's not like a realistic portrayal of real estate agents. I know like actual real estate agents don't, like, the way they dress is unprofessional and the drama and all that is unprofessional. But it's just so fun to watch as a viewer. Okay. Not realistic, but fun to watch. Okay, good. Because I've heard real estate agents talk about that it makes them angry and it like sends the wrong message about realtors and stuff like that. But I think most people know it's kind of exaggerated for TV. Am I a coffee drinker? No. You know, I do like to have a latte like on Thanksgiving, on Christmas for some reason. It makes me feel really cozy. But in general, I just don't like the taste of coffee, so I'm not really into it. I like more green tea based drinks, honestly. But for some reason during the holidays, maybe because it kind of makes me think of hot cocoa, so it makes me feel really like cozy and warm, but it has more caffeine than hot chocolate, so that's probably why I like it. Thank you, Des. Yes, appreciate the positive energy for all those getting sober. But a lot of people, especially in California, they don't take that seriously. You know, they don't even consider that, you know, the whole California sober. Like, people consider gardening as being sober, which I understand that take, but I don't know. It just really, for me personally, it really, really holds me back in life. So I need this break very much. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Natasha. I'm 39. Let's see. You know what was interesting on Selling Sunset? When I was watching it, I looked up the ages of the women. They all look the same age to me. Like, I can't tell if someone's older or younger. They all look the same from my perspective. But then I looked up their ages, and they actually range from 32 to 47. But I can't tell them apart personally. That's awesome, Callie. It is hard. It's gets you in your comfort zone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, apparently on the show, the only person that is my exact age, who's 39, is Nicole. And most people are in like their mid or late 40s, but then a couple of people like Chelsea and Emma are the 32-year-old ones, I think. Okay, I'm going to take a break from the lashes. They're very antagonizing right now, so we're going to do something else and go back to that. Yeah, we're going to do Reiki later, Gabby, this afternoon. Why are you guys always surprised by my age? I don't understand it. Where's my other lip liner? Concealer. I've been mixing these two. The NYX. How do I turn this off, man? Wait, oh, there we go. Perfect. The not NYX. NYX was the pencil. The Fenty Beauty. I don't know what color this is. What color is this? I think it's some kind of fair light color. And then the Hourglass in Silk. This one's a little darker. I don't know if you can tell. Actually, like, looking at this, maybe it doesn't look darker, but it kind of is. What is it? Yeah, the Hourglass has such good coverage. You mean to get sober? Wait, what was the question? I missed something. Oh, how about doing yoga? Yes, I love yoga. That's definitely very important in my life. Jolene, yes, that's what I want to hear. Just turned 40, it's the new 20. I believe it. Because I don't seem 39. Well, I'm probably immature for my age. That's probably a part of it. I think I am like, I live in kind of a different world than a lot of people I know, even my friends. And, you know, a lot of people have like kids and careers and like all this stuff that they're like real adults. And I feel like I actually, my life isn't really different in terms of responsibilities and stuff than it was when I was 20. In fact, I had a lot more responsibilities when I was 20 because I actually worked a full-time, like 40-hour-a-week job. So I think that's probably why I give that vibe. You feel immature for 37. I think maybe it is the not having kids. Like when people have kids, it, like, I don't know, I see people change and it helps them step into being, ain't that Logan, to being a real adult, or when they have like a really serious career and then they're just like a real grown-up. I still don't feel like I'm a grown-up. I don't know. I genuinely feel like I had more stress and more responsibility when I was a child. I was like a straight A student. I was doing all these extracurriculars, piano lessons, studying like classical literature on top of school. Like all this stuff had so much pressure on me. And so now I feel kind of like more like a kid than before. So it's probably the energy you're picking up on. Did you want them or never wanted them? Never wanted them. I knew when I was 5 that this was not the lifetime for that. How did I get... Oh, you remember my full-time job I had, Soraya? Yeah, when I was... Let's see, the last time I had like a full-time, like real grown-up job was like 18 to 22, something like that. So it's been a couple decades. And I worked at a medical spa. I worked at a medical spa in Santa Barbara. It was really nice. And I worked at a couple different doctor's offices, and I was a receptionist, then I was an office manager. What? Y'all, they restricted my life again for selling things. You guys say you've never seen me get mad, but you have. I'm mad right now. What? Why? I'm not selling anything. I'm so sick of it. I'm gonna have to restart the live. I agree with that, Brandon. I really feel like we are all, deep down, we're all like children that are living in adult bodies, or maybe some people have adult responsibilities and lives, and but inside, I feel like deep down, we're all like that child, that inner child version of ourselves that we were. Okay, I'm going to try to appeal it. I'm sure they're going to reject it like they did last time, and then I'll have to restart, but we'll give it a go. I love that scarecrow, Joe. Awesome. Can I post old pics from my teens? Yeah, I don't have a lot, but yeah, I actually have an album I can show you that I was putting together of just my pictures, like through the years. I can show you what I used to look like. You've seen that happen to other people, Shantae, but it's like when you're doing a get ready with me or a makeup thing, how are you not supposed to show what you're using? Are you supposed to like hide it and be like, hold on, let me cover the label and just do it quietly over here? Am I not supposed to like allow you to see what product I'm using? I don't understand the psychology of that. Let's see if they denied my appeal. Appeal in progress, so we'll give it another minute or so. Thank you guys. Okay, let's do lips. What? Live will end in 5 minutes? We've detected inactivity during your live? Alright, we're restarting this live, you guys. Sorry, but there's too many. Right, this sound is very calming for my rage against the restriction. Is it like from people reporting me, or is it the algorithm itself? I don't know. It's so strange. She had a hater report her. Well, I hope it made their day, because we're just going to come back with another live. Okay guys, I'll see you in like 5-10 seconds. Okay, I'm going to restart it. So like, instead of thinking about followers or views or something like that, maybe the driving point is creating as many products, as in like guided meditations and albums and like, you know, little pieces of relaxation for people as possible, and having the contents and both like free and monetized products, and having that be the goal, making that available to people. These are things I was thinking about at 2 a.m. when I woke up and couldn't sleep anymore. And that did make me feel really good and aligned and excited, and not like wishy-washy, like thinking about subscriber number or something like that. So I think I'm on the cusp of a specific goal. Oh, thank you for telling people. Thank you, Kendall, for telling people about my YouTube. What is it? I used to model. I haven't modeled in like 9 years, 8 years, something like that. I don't even remember. I think I remember the last shoot I did. I do remember the last photo shoot I did. It was for this clothing company called Angelino, and it was like a group shoot. There were guys and girls and very eccentric, colorful, like very patterned pieces, and like suits, and it was kind of like a 70s vibe. I don't know if I even have those photos, and I think that was like 8 or 9 years ago. Yeah. That's awesome, Tom. Congrats. I'm so happy for you. Got signed with Ford, and Wilhelmina wants you. That's wonderful. Yesterday I was talking about, I love telling you guys like all these random things, because then sometimes in the middle of the night, or like when I'm on a walk, something will click in my brain and puzzle pieces will come together. So yesterday I talked about, what's it called? I talked about Ford models, how I have this pattern of like seeking something. I didn't understand it when I was 19, and now looking back at it, I'm like, wow, that guy was so weird. That's so gross. That's something that I wish I didn't start fitness stuff until my 30s. Like, I never did fitness in my 20s, and that would have really helped me not be so anxious, not be so stressed, not be so heartbroken. It really would have grounded me, and I wish I had known that. You guys, I'm so mad at these lashes. Why don't they like me? too. Piercing, that's always fun. Rosewood Miramar, no way. That's so cool. Yeah, that's one of the prettiest places. I'm so happy for you. Yay. Hope you have so much fun. That place is unlike anything else. So freaking gorgeous. Also really love San Ysidro Ranch. It's a really magical spot too. I love that Serafina delete his number in all messages. Yeah, definitely delete messages so that when you're at a low point, you're not rereading them. And like gaslighting yourself into thinking, into romanticizing it. Just get it out of sight, out of mind. You know that saying? Yeah, that's plants in there, little bonsai tree. Thank you, Kendall. Thank you so much for telling people, because I didn't want to say about that. Thank you guys for looking out for me. Anyway. Yes, Kate. Kate the Great. Kate the Great. Love your name. No kids. I have 2 cats right now. Two kitty cats. I wonder when I'm in my 40s if people, and I'm not like calling you out, that's a totally normal question, but I mean like in the physical world, if people will stop asking me or telling me that I'm going to change my mind about children. Like when you get in your 40s, do they stop? And again, I'm not calling out anyone in the chat. That's totally fine to ask those questions. I mean more like people in real life. I'm sure a lot of women have experienced this. People being like, why don't you have kids? Well, you'll change your mind. And you're like, no, I will not. I made my mind up when I was 5, and each year I feel more confident about it. So they don't, Evelyn, they don't stop. You're 41. All right, well, thanks for keeping it real, because I was hoping in a few months, I was like, once I cross over into 40, maybe then people will be like, oh, it's too late for her. Not that it's too late to have kids then, but in people's minds, you know. That was my hope, that people would be like, oh, never mind, forget that. But I guess I'll mentally prepare that that's not the case. You're 46, you should be married with kids. Says who, Ruben? There's no should. You should do whatever feels right, and it sounds like you're doing it. So, bonjour en France. Comment ça va? I've just never wanted kids. Like, it just never sounded appealing to me. And I also think it's the most like sacred, magical thing that you can do, and it's like such a high calling. I think it's something that, I don't know, I take it very seriously. It's not something like, oh, well, I just had a child, like, what are you gonna do? It's something that I feel you need to have like a deep desire for, a deep calling, that some people have, that I've seen, like a dream to be a parent. And if you don't have that and you're like forced into it, that's when I think a lot of problems in our world come from, is from people having children that they did not want and resenting them and creating trauma. But like, if only people who dreamed of being parents, who had that, you know, desire, who had thought like all these things through, who were ready for it, if only those people were having kids, I seriously think like 99% of the world's problems would be resolved, and that everything stems back to that. That's just my personal belief. So maybe about like some small things, I have like people-pleasing tendencies, but about the big stuff that really like alters your life, I've never been swayed. I've always stayed on true to myself, and I really love that about myself. Around the planet for ourselves, Chloe. Yeah, so this life, and I also believe in have I seen the article about having a boyfriend is embarrassing? I have. I mean, I haven't seen the article. I've seen videos of people talking about it. And I haven't read the article, but I feel like that's... I don't know that I agree with that, to be honest. I think that takes a little too far. I think all things are valid. I think it's valid to want to stay single and live your life by yourself and not have partnership, and I think it's also valid to want to have a boyfriend or husband or wife or whatever. I think all these things should be equally treated as like valid and beautiful life choices. I don't think either or should be shamed. I don't agree with that, you know? There's nothing I love more than freedom, Merrick. Yes, I've been like that since I was a child. So, Colleen, I have anxiety about finding someone to take care of my cats if I travel. Can't imagine childcare. Girl, I think about that that's why I'm on the fence about getting another dog, because it's hard enough to just have someone come feed your cats, but like with dogs and daycare and all this stuff, let alone a child. I totally feel that. But I also have the utmost respect to people who felt that calling and who are raising children and making sacrifices for them and giving them this beautiful life. Like, I value that so highly. I think I value it so highly. That's part of the reason why I know I'm not in any way qualified for something like that. Having a dog is pretty child adjacent, much more than a cat. Thank you. I think it's the Pureology shampoo. It does look kind of shiny today, huh? My hair. Pureology shampoo. I don't have like a shine serum on it or anything. Yeah. What is it? Do your parents bother you about how well, if anyone, whether they're related to me or not, if anyone had a problem with I have no issue cutting anyone out of my life. It doesn't matter if I've known someone for decades. It doesn't matter if someone is my blood relative. Like, I have always been like this. Like, I believe our family are people that we choose, that are like on a soul level. I don't really value like, oh, just because someone's blood related to me, like, it doesn't really mean anything to me. It's people that I choose on a soul level. Like, I am super, my mom is one of my best friends, and it's not because she's my biological mom. It's because, like, she's one of my soulmates, and she would be my friend if we weren't related at all. She just happens to also be my mom. If that makes sense. And she's like one of the most supportive people in my life, and she just wants me to be happy and free and be myself. And so I don't keep people in my life that would pressure me or expect something from me or try to tell me like to live my life a certain way. I would just discontinue talking to them. It's as simple as that. So anyone that's in my life is very like loving and supportive of me being my authentic self. Do I look like her? I hope so. That was part of the reason that I went blonde, is because I really wanted to. My mom's a natural blonde. I wanted to look like her. She is just the prettiest lady in the world. And Nicole Kidman really reminds me of her. They've got a lot of similarities, but I think my mom is even prettier. She's so glamorous, so beautiful, so brilliant, so accomplished. Like, I'm obsessed with her. She's like a celebrity to me. But that's awesome, Nicole. I love that for you. Way too many people are pressured into things they don't want, which I understand it's got to be hard. But I've just always, is because I remembered that I made this decision at 5 years old for no reason. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm sticking to it. And it's almost like I had made that, it feels like I made that decision before this life, for this life. Like, there are certain things in this life like that it feels like I decided it before I even came into this world. Thank you, Leah. Do I have friends with kids? No. I would say that all my friends mostly want kids, but I guess I don't have people that are like acquaintances, but not like people that are like super in my inner circle. No, none of them have kids, but a lot of them would like them. That's the difference. Hi, hello. Gosh, I never know. Is this a pre-recorded live? Why do you guys always ask that? No, not you guys, but why is there always a comment like that? Thank you, Lindsay. Anyway, I never know what our conversations always go in the craziest directions, don't they? Okay, maybe I didn't cut this aisle. How many times? Okay, this one is finally on. This one is finally staying. How long have we been? Oh, it's because it's the second live. It was like only 38 minutes. I feel like, what is it? What is it? I just asked if it was pre-recorded because you're very beautiful and I didn't see you answering questions. All I do is answer questions. But thank you for the compliment. And I wasn't trying to single you out. I was just wondering why, what it is that gives that impression that sometimes people ask that. What's my ethnicity? Well, I don't know all of it, but what I do know is Greek, Russian, Ukrainian, Latvian, Estonian. Those ones I know for sure. So Slavic and Mediterranean. But there might be more that I'm not aware of. I've never done the genetic test. I look Spanish or Mediterranean? Thank you. I don't think anyone's ever said Spanish before. Thank you. Sometimes people say Italian. But yeah, I definitely feel more Mediterranean when that's one of the reasons I like to be tan, and it's weird to be so pale and devoid of color, because in my mind I see myself as very tan, Mediterranean, olive skinned. You see Italian? That makes me want to, I feel like, what if I do have Italian heritage? I think it's possible. That makes me want to do the testing. Sí, yo hablo un poco español. Oh, and I haven't even, я не знаю, если русскоязычные люди здесь есть. Я не видела комментарий, но я тоже по-русски говорю. Если у вас есть вопросы, комментарии, я могу на русском ответить. I forgot that I wasn't mixing in Russian today, and Mushiwood, good to see you. Gracias, Ruben. Alright, I'm gonna get this right. Third time's the charm. Hi, Tanya, welcome back. Привет, Юра. Так что есть русскоязычный приветик. Я обычно пытаюсь смешивать языки, но иногда я забываю, когда я не вижу комментарии, то я начинаю только по-английски говорить. I said when I don't see like comments in Russian, I forget, or in Spanish, I forget and I just start speaking English. So if you guys want me to mix up languages, you gotta remind me. I'm happy to do it. У вас идеальный английский. Спасибо. Английский у меня самый лучший язык. Я с 6 лет по-английски говорю, так что это мне самое легкое. Русский и испанский мне нужно гораздо больше практики. What does привет mean? It means hi. Привет. Когда будет ASMR на русском? Привет, Рина. Скоро. Серьезно, я хочу начать делать медитации. Это очень хорошая идея. Я хотела бы сделать медитации, например, такие медитации с ASMR для сна, для релаксации рядом с океаном, может быть, с рейки энергии и на русском, и на испанском, вместе с английскими видео. Спасибо, что спросили. Am I a 90s baby? I'm an 80s baby. 80s. There's a song I really like, and I haven't been able to find it. Well, I guess I haven't really looked for it. I don't know who sings it, but it's like a very catchy little song, and it goes, I was born in the 80s, the 80s. Dun, dun. You're an 80s baby too, Matt? Yeah, awesome. I have Russian as my first language, but I started speaking English when I was 6, and I really don't practice Russian very often, so that's why I'm mainly speaking. It's a Calvin Harris song? No way. Really? Why didn't I know? I feel like I know his songs. I didn't make the connection. I was born in the 80s. The 80s. Yeah. I like his music. That makes sense. Okay. Please, Lash, are we gonna cooperate? Are we gonna move on from this? I think we are. I think we finally are gonna move on from the lashes. Oh my god, it's really gonna happen. It's really gonna happen for us, you guys. Swoosh, 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 remove. Born in 79. Oh, that's so awesome. You got to be a kid in the 80s. I'm glad I got to be a kid in the 90s. But honestly, I wish I'd gotten to experience like being a kid or even a teen in the 70s. That would be so cool. But I am grateful that I got to experience an analog childhood in the 90s at least. It came out in 2007. Oh yeah, I knew it was an older song. It's called Love for You. Laura, you're the best. Thank you. I screenshotted it. Good. I'm going to listen to that song later today. I haven't heard it in years. Marcella, you're back. Hi. You were born in 80. Awesome. 80s babies. Hi, Maddie. Welcome back. Hello, hello. I feel like I really feel like streaming a lot today. I don't know why. Maybe it's helping me with my detox and my sobriety journey to kind of focus, keep my mind off that and focus on something else and talk to you guys. So I don't know, today might be the longest stream ever because I want to do Reiki and stuff too. No, the main thing is getting off of gardening. I'm also not drinking, but that wasn't really like an issue for me. It's the gardening that's really hard. you think 96 babies can relate to both millennials and Gen Z? That's pretty cool to be on the cusp and kind of see both sides. Спасибо, Рина, у вас волшебный голос, как у моей мамы. Засыпаю, как сурок. Я не знаю, что такое сурок. Ждем АСМР на русском. Спасибо, дорогая. Включаю ваши АСМР, когда мне тяжко, тяжело, и это помогает. Спасибо большое. Ну, спасибо большое, дорогая. Я теперь очень хочу сделать на русском видео. Всерьез. Спасибо. Это важно мне было послушать. Потому что я иногда чувствую, что я недостаточно хорошо по-русски говорю, чтобы делать видео, что я какие-то слова неправильные или фразы неправильно, что, может быть, люди не понимают меня. Но если вам нравится, то я могу сделать. You think best music was 80s, 90s? I love 80s, 90s music, but for me, my favorite is 70s music, honestly. That's why I kind of romanticize this whole people that were teens in the 70s. It just sounds so such a, but maybe we romanticize, it's easy to romanticize times we didn't live through, because then we can build them up in our mind to be bigger and better than what they really were. My favorite musical artists of all time, Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood Mac, and my main thing is I love classic rock. That's what I always go back to. I've lived in the US since I was 6, so I'm very American, I would say, more than anything else. And then I've lived in California since I was 17. So my whole adult life has been in California, and that was my childhood dream. Even when I was in Russia and I was 5 years old, I dreamed of the day that I would live in Southern California. That's all I ever wanted. And I'm so grateful that my whole adult life has been here. I would like to travel more, but I genuinely can't imagine living anywhere else. ¿Qué es tu opinión de deportaciones en los Estados Unidos? Muy mal, muy triste. No tengo las palabras para decir que yo quiero decir, pero las palabras muy mal y muy triste. I'm glad your dream of moving to America came true. Thank you, Prestige. Yeah, I feel really, really grateful. I've had moments through the years where I'm should I leave? Should I live in... There is a part of me that I wonder, what would living in Europe or South America be like? What if it's a completely different world there? But I guess I have to travel and find out. Sweet dreams, sweet dreams. Before California, I grew up as a child. I was mostly in New Mexico and in Albuquerque, and then I lived for 4 years in Minnesota, Eden Prairie. It's a suburb of Minneapolis, and then I moved to Santa Barbara in 2003 when I was 17. Let's see. Oh, I bought this brown pencil today. It's got a little bit of shimmer, but I still want to do the purple pencil. Minnesota's cold, not as cold as Siberia, which is where I was born, way in the eastern side of Russia. You grew up in Eden Prairie? No way, James. So did you go to EPHS? I moved there in 8th grade. I went to CMS, Central Middle School, and then for 3 years, I went to Eden Prairie High School, which was a massive school. I think it's even bigger now. Back then it was like 4,000 people. And then I graduated high school in Santa Barbara. What I think about New Mexico, I love New Mexico. I go there multiple times a year now. And it's such a magical place. I couldn't give up California to live there though. I can't not have access to the beach, and there's a lot more vegan food options in, Southern California than you're going to find in New Mexico. But that aside, I love visiting there so much. It's a really happy place. I'm 39, not 38. Did I do the math wrong? Я включаю ваше ASMR своему годовалому сыну, и он успокаивается, смотрит на вас, не отрывается. Спасибо, почему это меня делает эмоциональной. Спасибо большое. Приветик, приветик, малыш. Я очень любила, когда я была маленькая. Я жила в Новосибирске. Мне было там 4-5 лет. Я обожала смотреть «Спокойной ночи, малыши» с Хрюшей и Степашей. Я так это любила. Я не знаю, если еще, по-моему, это еще передача есть. Не знаю, если он смотрит, но я до сих пор помню, как Луна ложилась спать в кровать, что все ложились, и звезды, и Луна, и Хрюша, и Степаша, они все ложились спать. Это так классно, что ваш сын тоже смотрит меня. Как будто я «Спокойной ночи, малыши». Good. Yeah, that's why I like to give. That's why I like to mix it up. That a lot of people, even because they don't understand the language, sometimes they can get more ASMR from it when they don't understand the words that are being said. Okay. I don't even remember what I'm doing. I'm so lost. I'm so lost in our chat. I don't even remember what I was doing with my makeup. I mean, top favorite states, California, New Mexico, and I haven't been there as an adult. I need to go, but as a child, my favorite place, maybe even more than California when I was a child, was Florida, because the water in the ocean was so much warmer than it is here. Sure, Miami really inspires me. I have a lot of Miami girls on my algorithm with their 8-pack abs, doing their 2 workout classes a day and 20,000 steps every day. I'm so inspired by them. Like, that level of fitness I've never seen anywhere, not even in California. I mean, I'm sure it exists, but I feel like, I don't know, I really want to get to that Miami level of fitness. That's my goal for this coming year. Where is my purple pencil? Have I been to New Orleans? Also not as an adult. I've been to every state, but as a child. As an adult, I haven't been to that many states, honestly. So I'm due to revisit them from a new perspective. Yeah, I don't know if I'd like the humidity either, because I remember Minnesota would actually, because it's the land of 10,000 lakes, it got so humid there in the summer, and I didn't love that. Did I used to do lives with my dogs? I did. They're so sweet to remember, yeah. Что вы светлые душа, спасибо вам большое, лучший СМР, который я видела. Счастья вам и здоровья тоже вам, счастья и здоровья. Спасибо большое. Мне очень приятно ваши комментарии сегодня. Спасибо. Oh yeah, Hawaii. What? Why does it say appeal not approved? But we started another. I hate when that happens. Hold on. I'm glad someone taught. Why is it like, hello? Someone said to pick up my phone to make the glare stop. Ugh, you guys, I hate when it does that. Why is it, hello? Okay, that's better. Like it'll do this weird glare if I accidentally touch something on the screen. I don't know why that is, Maddie. I wonder if it's like people or the system itself. Hi, this is Lava. Yes, Hawaii is so beautiful. I have been there as an adult, but not for a long time. I need to go there again. But truthfully, it's not somewhere that I can be for too long. Like, the longest I ever was there was, I think, like 7 or 8 days, and I started to get island fever. I started to feel trapped. So I think like the first couple days it's absolute heaven and magic, but I don't think I could live there because I start to, it's so weird, I start to feel like claustrophobic, like, oh my god, I'm on an island. I can't like just go drive somewhere. I like knowing that I can just drive to other states, I can even drive to other countries. Even if I don't do that, I like knowing that I can. So do I still have my old channel? What do you mean? Yeah, my YouTube is Mermaid Whispers. That's probably what you're thinking of. I don't think I ever did lives with my dogs on TikTok. I think that was more of a YouTube thing. I have not been to Chicago. I have been to Chicago, but as a child, not an adult. I've seen some really cool videos of it recently. It looks like a really, really magical city, like New York, but not. I don't know. I would love to go there too. You've seen the blue-eyed Australian Shepherd? Yeah. Yeah, sometimes because I have 2 YouTube channels, sometimes it's like hit me so hard, guys, that I'll randomly like be on my second channel scrolling YouTube, and it will, or like I'll be on one of the channels and it'll recommend me a video from my other channel where my dog is there. And it will just like hit me so hard, but you know, no regrets. I mean, I guess I wish I had more content with them, but they didn't really like doing that, you know, and I don't like forcing that on animals. I sound too wise to be 24, 25. I don't know if I'm wise, but thank you. But I do feel like I'm a lot wiser than I was when I was 24, 25. I'm 39, so I've learned quite a few things since then. I would, like, you could not pay me to go back to my early 20s or my teens. That was a really dark time. There was a lot of like fun. It was a lot of fun, a lot of partying, a lot of like exciting stuff, but there was also so much like turmoil and anxiety and confusion and just inner darkness that I had. hope you're having a good day too. Okay, what was I don't know. I haven't even done eyeliner. You guys. I think it's because I think today I'm doing my makeup extra long, more than usual, because yesterday I did a super short and I had to run live stream. Isn't the music nice? I stopped talking. I'm like, oh, maybe I should have some moments of silence so we can hear the music. It's so calming. You know, Isaac, I don't want to post the same content. Like if I came back to Patreon, it would be something new and different. I'm not, like, it wouldn't be authentic for me to make the same content that I already made. It would be like forced and weird, whereas there was a time where it was like organic and fun, and it just wouldn't be fun for me anymore. And I only do things that bring me joy. So if I can come up with something else, then I will post on there again, but not the same type of content as before. Mittens? What? What was someone's? She said mittens? I thought he like walked up. You know what, Jordan? You just made me realize why this eyeliner dried out. Thank you. You said your eyeliner's been open for so long it's stressing you out. Now I've solved the mystery of why did this eyeliner only last me like 2-3 days after I bought it, and then it just became dry. Now we know, because I sit like this for like 30 minutes. Now we know. Thank you for resolving that. Oh, follow the rabbit, I love you. I'm the Days of Our Lives, thank you. Is Days of Our Lives still on? I don't even know, I hope they're still going. I forever loved them. I haven't watched it in years. I honestly had a very unhealthy obsession with it when I was younger. Like I would have a full-on crash out like when I was 11 or 12, which I don't think that's a show for 11 or 12-year-olds. But I got so into it, and I would demand that it be TiVo'd or like recorded while I was at school. And if it ever didn't record, or like someone wouldn't let me watch it, I would have full-on meltdowns, like to a really scary, unhealthy degree. So I love them, but for some reason they trigger like some kind of obsessive feelings in me, and so I haven't watched it in years. But I miss them. I miss Hope, Bo and Hope. I hope they're still together and doing well in the world of Salem. Thank you, Isaac. I appreciate that. Thank you, Bad Brown. That's it. Oh, I was talking about Days of Our Lives. It's a soap opera on NBC. I really hope they're still... I know a lot of soap operas got canceled, but I haven't checked if... I feel like I would have heard if they got canceled, but maybe not. I'm scared to watch it. I know it's silly, but what if I re-trigger my obsession from middle school and my whole life becomes around about Days of Our Lives again? I can't risk that. they're still on? Yay! I always send them love. And I know Jennifer Aniston's dad was on there, Victor. I don't know, is he even still alive? I'm not sure. But my favorite character was actually a sometimes character. It was like a second personality of one of the main characters, and I loved them both. It was Hope Brady, and then she had this alter ego, Princess Gina von Amberg. I was like unhealthily obsessed with Princess Gina. You don't understand. And she was kind of dark, and she was like the shadow side of Hope. But I love them both. Kristen Alfonso was the actress. She was my favorite actress for a long time, until I was 15 and I discovered Angelina Jolie. That's too bad. May he rest in peace. He was like a lot older, I think, even when I was a child, so I guess that makes sense. What time is it for me? Oh my god, it's 12:30. You guys, I thought it was like 10 a.m. Okay. I'm your Tomb Raider. I love you. Sorry. I can't believe it's 12:30. How did that happen? I guess that's how time works, huh? Just keeps moving forward, whether you're ready or not. Just keeps going. How long have I been on? I was say hour 10, but we also had the other live. Kristen Alfonso is so beautiful and seems like a strong one. Yes, she was other than my mom, she was my idol before Angelina Jolie, even before Marilyn Monroe and Elizabeth Taylor. My first idol other than my mom, like a woman that I wanted to look like, be like, was Kristen Alfonso. I hope she's doing well and still acting also. Guys, what are we gonna do? What are we doing today? Oh, didn't I say we were gonna paint a pumpkin and do some Reiki? We can do some, we'll probably change the setup and go into the studio room where it's very insulated and there's rugs and carpets. I know it's a little echoey and you can hear the fridge and the sound isn't as great here. I'm here for the natural light that can't be beat. But we'll probably move into the studio room because that's the quietest one. And we can do Reiki, we can do pumpkin painting. I don't know how to carve a pumpkin, but I was thinking we can do a couple painting triggers on this little white one. I don't think I've painted a pumpkin since I was a child, so that would be fun. And whatever else you guys are thinking, I don't know why, but I feel very into streaming a lot today. Maybe it's because I'm not ready to make content yet. But I really think next week, once I'm done detoxing from gardening, I really think I'm gonna get that focus back, and it's gonna be fun and easy again to make long form and short form videos for you guys. But this week I'm trying to take it easy, and I kind of just want to do lives, honestly. We can do cards when we move. We'll definitely do a reading also when we move to the other room. But this is our makeup space. Do you know I ran out of that white eyeshadow? I still haven't gotten more. So I've been like a white eyeshadow that I like to do in the middle and on top of my eyelid. So I've been improvising with this. What is this palette? Oh, we're not saying brands, sorry. Now, I've been gardening a lot and I'm taking a break for a year or a couple of years. That's my goal. For at least a year or as much as 5 years or something in between. That's what I want. And then reevaluate. And I want to create so many more paintings. Do you know that Picasso created over 147,000 pieces of art? 147,000. Like, and I have like 7. So I have a ways to go. And then also in terms of videos, like on YouTube, I don't even know if I have 300 videos, which may seem like a lot, but when you look at other creators, people have like between 1,000 and 3,000 videos, like long form, not even shorts, that they've done. So like a lot of people I watch, there's even people that have over 5,000 videos of long form content they've posted. So me not even hitting 300 or hitting 300 is nothing. To go. What is it? I missed something in the chat. Let her live. I don't know what you're referring to, but yeah. Let me live. Let everyone live. Let everyone have. I agree. I don't know the context, but I agree. Let everyone live and experience life the way they want to. I definitely don't agree with people imposing, and I try to be mindful of that. I never want to come off as imposing my ideologies onto other people, because everyone's here to have different experiences, and we don't know what people's soul journeys are. And we don't know if something works for us, it doesn't mean we can offer it, but we can't force even things that we think are good in a restaurant. Because sometimes I go to restaurants that aren't vegan, but they have vegan options. But for a holiday, I would want to go to an all vegan place because usually they have preset menus. And then if I'm at home or I'm at someone's house, then either there will be vegan options, or I've never had to do it, but I guess if I had to, I would make or probably buy my own vegan option. So it can be done, I promise. My voice sounds strained. Why are you saying that? Maybe it's because I didn't sleep last night. I've been up since 2 a.m. I'm not under the weather or anything. I'm not sick. Could it be because I've been whispering for so long? I don't know. Let me try to talk in a normal volume voice a little further away. I don't know. Might be because I didn't get sleep. I love mashed potatoes. What's the benefits of being vegan? Oh, there's so many. I mean, I did it for only one reason. I did it just for the animals. And I didn't care, if it made my life worse somehow, if I could do that for the animals. But I'm really grateful that it ended up being that so many things in my life improved. My anxiety, I stopped having nightmares. I used to have a lot of issues with insomnia and nightmares, and that I occasionally do every few months, but that pretty mostly went away. I have so much less stress and anxiety. I feel like I have clear skin. I definitely look visually better than I did like 10 years ago. And I just feel better in every way, like physically, fitness-wise, emotionally, spiritually. It's just like I would have been okay if I didn't get all these benefits, but it's such a blessing that's such a bonus that I also got that. So that's why I do it. Hollywood. Yeah, oh, you're from the Midwest, it does. Yeah, it's possible, and a lot of things are accidentally vegan. There's a lot of like food that non-vegan people eat that is just naturally vegan. You know, vegan doesn't mean it has to be fake meat or fake cheese or something like that. Like, it could just be a salad or grilled vegetables or potatoes. There's a lot of food that people eat that's just accidentally vegan. Even a lot of snacks, like even like, not that I recommend eating junk food, but even things like Fritos and Oreos and stuff are accidentally vegan. That's so nice, Des. I love that. I love that for you. I'm so glad they've adapted that. Your family did that. Anyways. I know the protein question is funny because protein is literally in everything. Like an apple, broccoli, everything has, maybe not everything, maybe not like Oreos, but every whole food has some amount of protein in it. I should make a video about being vegan, especially because I'm coming up on my 10-year anniversary in March. That's when it will be, this coming March. It will be double digits. I'm really excited for that. Sometimes I'm really jealous of people. I've known people that are vegan from birth and they were raised that way. Sometimes I get really jealous, but then I think that's, you know, they didn't choose, that was just like the luck of the draw. But I think better late than never for me. I wonder if I have some, what's it called? I wonder if I have some pictures you guys asked earlier of me in my teen years. I don't know if I've shown you before. I think I have an album here with me. Maybe I can find. Jasmine, hi love. Hello. I miss you, babe. Hello in Canada. Hello. I don't know what else I can do. I feel like, oh, what's it called? Highlighter. Okay. Hey, Billy. Hello. Is it possible to say in your ASMR voice? We will get into countdowns. We're going to move into another room, and in our studio room, we're going to do countdowns. We're going to do Reiki. We're going to maybe do a little ASMR pumpkin painting. I love the sounds of tapping on it. Oh, thank you. I look Thank you. Is it that I'm back to my lashes, my favorite lashes? Okay, hold on. Thank you, Matza. Sorry, I dropped a water bottle back there. What white shadow do I normally use? I need to order it on Amazon because they stopped selling it at CVS. It's the Wet n Wild Sugar. And I have still not found a better alternative. Like, I've tried high-end makeup, low-end makeup for that, and that little $1 eyeshadow, well, now it's like $15, I think, on Amazon, but it used to be 99 cents. It's, I don't know, nothing compares to it that I've found yet. Okay, I wanted to show you, since you guys asked earlier, my teen photos, and then we will move to the other room, okay? I'll show and tell. This is an album I've been putting together to see, like, my, what is it? Max Nylon is yellowish white. I haven't seen that one, thank you. Was it the ghost? I was like, did I hear a cat or a ghost? Okay, are you guys ready to see me as a teen? This is very, what was it? It was early 2000s. Спасибо. Приветик. This was me. Well, I'm not going to look through all of it. I'll just show you for context. This was me as a child when I was still in Russia. See, I was a little snowflake for Christmas. And then there was a period where I looked like a little boy. I had very short hair. Look at me with some kind of mouse character. Okay. Let's get to the teen section. Little page flipping. You have those pics too? Yeah, it's very, very Slavic coded, right? Then this was me when I first moved. See, dog lover even back then. I was obsessed with this Little Mermaid shirt. This was, oh, it says the date. How awesome. This was when I first moved to the US. This was July 20th, 1993. There I am with two dogs. I mean, those weren't my dogs. I don't know whose dogs they were, but I always loved animals, and I was my favorite shirt. I wish I still had it. I guess it wouldn't fit now, but I wish I still had it for memory. That was my favorite shirt as a child, is the Little Mermaid. And this makes really nice sounds, huh? Aww. Apparently, according to my mom, we only had this cat for 5 months. His name was Acura, and he would we would walk him outside. This was in New Mexico. We would take him on road trips to California. We would go on outside picnics with him, and he would walk on a leash. I love that cat And in a way, Mittens healed this trauma for me. Because I feel like until Mittens, I never got over this, that this cat ran away and we never found him again. But there was a time. They are saying I'm selling items again. You guys, I'm so sick of it. Whatever. Anyway, so ridiculous. Twice in one day. Like, what am I selling? What? Like, please tell me, what am I selling here? A cat from 1995. Isn't he so cute? Can you guys see him? It's Acura. That was like one of the biggest heartbreaks of my life. But Mittens like healed me from that, because there was a time, I don't remember how many years ago when we had him, maybe he was 3 years old, when one night we accidentally left the door, like what's it called, like a back door wasn't fully closed, and he got out onto like the patio, and he could easily just like go onto the street wherever. And Gambit, my Australian Shepherd, he lay at the door and he growled at him and he wouldn't let him come back inside. And so Mittens, and I woke up and it was like I was back to this time, and I thought, my God, another cat ran away. And he had spent the night like under a patio chair, like shivering in the cold and like waiting to be let in, and he could have gone so many places, and he chose not to leave. He chose to stay there, and I feel like it healed this part of me, because this heartbreak was living in me, you know, about this cat, and it just meant so much to me that Mittens had a chance to take off like he did, but he chose not to. Really. Okay, I was going to show you a teen picture. Oh, this is when I first came to California. This was in Malibu. See, but you can see my natural hair color. Like, isn't that like a medium or light brown? What is it like? See how it's a lot light? That's kind of the color I want to get back to. I've never had that color as an adult. I think it's a really cool color now. Oh, okay, one more. My mom used to dress me I got made fun of a lot. My mom would dress me in like the most glamorous little outfits like this. And that was my first dog in the US. That was a really big heartbreak too. It was Kaiser. He was a Doberman. That was him as a puppy. But this is me in 5th grade. This is how I dressed to go to school. Can you imagine how much I was bullied showing up like this? And I really didn't like dressing like that. But now looking back, I was like, that is so cute. I loved that I dressed like that. Now I can appreciate it. Yes, we're getting to the teenage pics. I don't have a lot, but I remember this. This isn't me, obviously. This is Adriana Lima. This is a picture of a laminated collage my boyfriend in 10th grade made for me. 10th or 11th grade. I don't remember, but sometime in Minnesota, one of my boyfriends, I had like an obsession with Adriana Lima. I had just discovered her, and I was obsessed with her and Angelina, and he made this, like, it was really big. I'm glad I had a picture of it. He made a collage of Adriana Lima for me to put on my wall because I loved her so much. And then my boyfriend's senior year, he drew. He was really talented at art and music. he drew a portrait he sketched the cover of, I think, Rolling Stone of Angelina Jolie for me to put up on my wall. And on the back he said, a portrait of the second most beautiful woman in the world. Isn't that romantic? It was so sweet. Okay. Teenage. Where are you? Okay, these pictures really trip me out, you guys. This is so weird because I think I'm 15 here. Definitely not like 14 or 15. And I genuinely think I look like a woman in her like mid-30s who's like going through a divorce. I feel like I look so much older than 15. I don't know why. Isn't that so strange? Does that look like me now? That was like me 14 or 15. Because my eyebrows were a lot thicker then. Let's see. I had a very Brie Selling Sunset attitude, like, and I would always like raise my eyebrow and just be very sassy. That's it for now. A little trip down memory lane. Aww. What is this? This was like from a photo shoot. One of my best friends, when I was like 15, 16, my best friends took pictures at her house. Like I was trying to learn. This was me attempting modeling poses when I was 15. And that was so sweet that she did that. I hope she's doing great wherever she is. We lost touch after I moved to California, but her name was Besma, and she was my best friend for a few years, and she really, really supported my dream of being a model, and she tried to like organize a photo shoot for me, and I never like did anything with these photos, but she kept like pushing me to really give it a go and to send them out. And one more was me in high heels and like 6-inch heels posing on her trampoline, trying to like be a top model. But these are so special to me because I'm like, what a great friend that she believed in me so much that she like would do these photo shoots of me and try to get me to be a model. I hope she's doing great wherever she is. Okay. Do I keep in touch with any of my childhood friends? No. I mean, I only have one. I have one friend who I met when I was 16 or 17 in high school, and she moved to California like a year after, or 2 years after I did, and we're still in touch. But other than that, no, I don't know what happened to everyone else. I had a lot of really great friends, and I hope they're all really happy and healthy wherever they are. The early 2000s was the last era. Yeah, this was before. This is like all pictures that had to be developed at like a Walgreens. There was no digital stuff going on. Let's see. Sorry I missed some of the chat when I was getting into my show and tell. You were born in '02. Oh my god. And I was going to prom. Wild. It's like jeans and sweaters, and I was like, when I'm an adult, I'm gonna buy all these clothes and and now they're like not even available. I didn't know they were gonna go away and I wouldn't be able to buy them. But I look back on those clothes and I feel like a lot of them were so beautiful and timeless. I would wear them today. You had a beagle named Bentley? Oh, look at that's so cute. Beagles are amazing. Everyone tries to look older as a teen, do they? I don't know about now. Now, like, there's all this ageism, and the younger people are obsessed with being perceived as young. I don't know if that's flipped or changed, but yeah. Back then, a lot of people were definitely trying to look older. Oh, thank you, Rhiannon. I really want to go back to that hair color. I think it's really pretty. My mom used to say to me, "You have such a unique shade of brown," and I would be like, "No, I want to be blonde one day, like you. My hair is just brown and boring." But now I'm like, no, it really is a unique shade of brown. And I really want it now so bad. She was right. Anyways. Don't go. Don't go, Mittens. No, please. Aww. Mittens. Come on. I'm sorry. Okay. Hello. Welcome to a little ASMR and Reiki calming live stream. I thought we were starting off with 2 cats. Mittens was sitting here. Yana, long time no see. Hi, welcome back. Hello, Soph. Hello, Star. My star is my sign is Aries. Mittens was sleeping here. He loves this new blanket that I got us for the studio chair, but I was trying so hard to sit in like a little corner and not disturb him. I had his little scratcher, but he left. Maybe he'll come back. Hopefully he'll come back at some point. But you guys had me feeling, or our conversations had me feeling so nostalgic from the makeup live. I went into my costume suitcase and I thought, what is the most nostalgic costume to me here? And it's the Catwoman one. Although these ears didn't come with it. It comes with like a mask that covers half your face, but I think the ears are more cute. I still have all my costumes. I even have a costume from 2012 of Wonder Woman, or I hope I do. I can't find it. It's somewhere in a storage. I only have half my costumes here. But yeah, I opened it. I'm like, what will speak to me? What will feel nostalgic? And I was like, what could be more nostalgic than my Catwoman costume? So here we are. Yeah, I love my costume collection. Thank you. And these, yeah, Patty, that's some of my paintings I've been doing. My goal now is to learn to really want to focus on seascapes. I'm going to start with an art to express with these Reiki charged seascapes that are going to be very calming and relaxing when you look at them. Thank you so much, Patty. Appreciate that. I did not have art class today, no. It's not every day, it's a couple days a week, but I think it's gonna accelerate a lot more when I'm working one-on-one with a teacher and we're just focused on what I'm doing than when it's kind of in a class setting, although the classes are important. Because I learn not in the classes, I learn from the other students, like about what kind of paint brands to use and little tips and tricks, because a lot of people are much, much further along than I am. So, anyway, Jasmine, you're back. Hello, hello. Yes, back in the Catwoman costume. Love that you remembered. Missed something. What? Sometimes I don't understand what people are talking about because I missed the earlier comments in the chat. So for anyone asking about the what's it called, nitrile or latex medical gloves, you're not wrong for asking. It's just you might mean it as an ASMR trigger, but some people make it weird. Do you know what I mean? So unfortunately, because of a few bad apples, it kind of affects everyone else, but I'm trying to find a... No, I agree with you. It attracts attention that I don't want. But I do agree, like, a lot of girls like that trigger. I like that trigger sometimes too. It's just, I don't know. Every time I do it, there's always people that make it weird. So, we'll survive without it, okay? Thank you, Leo. I think we'll be just fine. So, let's do a little X marks the spot. A circle, and a dot. 4 big boulders, 1 tiny rock. Bunnies crawling up your back. Tingles gushing down, down, down. Tight squeeze. Cool breeze. Now we've got the tingly, tingly, tinglies. Tingly, tingly, tinglies. I could maybe, I said I wasn't going to do videos this week, but maybe I will, after this, make like an ASMR video of the whole outfit. We'll see. So you guys can see the full look. Yes. And as always, I invite you to add any requests or anything in the chat. Chad and I will try to make it happen if it's possible. Like any trigger words, or what do I think of the Vogue article? I don't agree. I haven't read it, but I don't agree with it because I think we need to. I don't agree with the title that having a boyfriend is embarrassing. I think all choices are valid. I think it's awesome to be single. It's awesome to have a boyfriend, girlfriend, and it's awesome to be married, and anything in between. It's awesome to do what's authentically for you. I don't think any of them should be shamed in any way. So that didn't resonate with me. Okay, let's remove any spam in the chat. There we go. Perfect. Oh no. I guess the glove isn't as easy. we'll know when we get to the next one. At some point, I will get bored and it will change. And guys, be nice in the chat. I don't know the context, but I don't like seeing negative vibes in the chat. Come on now. Let's be kind and loving to each other. Ocean sounds we could do. Would this be ocean sounds like that? Or what? Why are people being so annoying? Not you guys, but like people passing through. Or just really trying to dim our vibe and our light. We don't need that. We'll remove that. Thank you, Sherry. I mean, that's unfortunately the nature of the internet. So, but for the most part, I feel like we have. For the most part, I think we have the best community and always the best, most respectful chats of anywhere. I love our vibes here, but you know, the nature of the internet is sometimes a few bad apples a few trolls will come through, and we just have to ignore or remove and just move on. Not give it too much attention, because that's what they want, is attention. So. Alright, let's go ahead and oops, sorry. Remove any. Do you guys see why I'm ambivalent about dressing up and stuff? Wait. There we go. You guys see why I am kind of reserved about dressing up or doing costumes, because then it gets weird. But I'm glad you guys are here with me. And we will shift the vibes back to the calming, positive relaxation that we deserve to have on here, right? Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Honey Bunny. Thank you, One with Water. Oh, I love that. Yes, your name reminds us all to drink more water, especially after Reiki today. Hi, Izzy. Thank you. Oh, Petra, that means a lot to me. People have said that to me before. That's one of my favorite compliments, when people say, I remind them of their mom in childhood that would tuck them into bed. I love that kind of beautiful, nurturing energy. Thank you. No wig today. It's just extensions. But the top part is my hair. Actually, I feel like my own hair is like kind of shinier than the extensions. I don't know. Maybe it's because the light is more on top of it. Tea. Yes, I've been drinking. Sunshine, I've been drinking peppermint tea. Peppermint tea almost every night. Or spearmint tea almost every night. I really love it. Bianca, welcome back. Thank you, SK. Hello in Melbourne. Welcome. Let's sit back, relax. Tell me if you want some ASMR triggers before we get started with Reiki energy. And then we have cards. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I did bring the pumpkin. Pumpkin spice latte. But we'll see. I mean, my painting supplies are right behind you. If we feel inspired, I might grab something, and if we pick a color to paint it. But sure, positive affirmations. Paris, you don't comment a lot, but you always love being here. You always have such a wonderful Spirit, thank you so much. Your comment really helps remind me. Sometimes, like in my perception, sometimes I don't conceptualize that there are people watching that don't comment. I don't know why, because I'm always talking to people in the chat. That sometimes I kind of forget that there's also silent viewers. And I love you guys too. The ones that maybe don't comment, but are here and viewing. Like, I'm a silent viewer on a lot of things myself. I don't always comment. But when I'm talking to people, I forget that there's also probably more people that are watching that are just silent viewers. And I want you to know that you are loved and appreciated. And I'm glad you are here, and you are also a very important part of our community, and you add to the beautiful energy that we create here as well. Okay. Izzy, you too? Thank you. Thank you, guys. All right. I did grab a light, actually. I did. Let's see, what did I grab? I grabbed brushes. I grabbed a light to oh my god. Where's the light roller? To gently examine your face. Приветик. Да, привет всем. Сегодня я женщина-кошка. Это мой костюм много лет спустя. У меня сегодня была ностальгия такая. Мы смотрели мои фотографии, мы разговаривали про жизнь в 2000-х, там 20 лет назад. У меня началось такое чувство ностальгии. И я посмотрела, какие костюмы у меня. У меня много костюмов хэллоуинских. И это у меня было видео давным-давно на ютубе. И там я была женщина-кошка. Так что я решила опять одеть для чувства ностальгии, для Хэллоуина. Thank you. I was just translating about our nostalgia conversations in the context of the Catwoman outfit. Everything's gonna be okay. Let's do that trigger from that ASMR artist that I still haven't found. Look at the light. Look at the back wall. My all-time favorite trigger is one of them. Okay, look at the light. Now look at the back wall. Just want to test your focus. Focus. Okay, good. And one more time. Look over here. Look at the light. Good. And now look at the sunset at the back wall. Good. Thank you, Aliyah. Hi, Panda. Hello. Я говорила была какая-то ASMR девочка, которая много лет назад, я не могу ее никак найти, она исчезла. У нее был такой триггер, где она говорила: посмотри. Thank you. Let's put my cheeks back together. Thank you. Где она говорила, что триггер такой был, что посмотрите на свет, а теперь посмотрите на стену за мной. Посмотрите на свет и посмотрите на картину за мной. Прекрасно. Я никак не могу ее найти, она на английском это делала много лет назад. Это был один из моих любимых триггеров ASMR. I'm sure you guys figured out with context clues I was translating about the trigger. Oh, good, Ryan. Sorry if I said your name wrong. I'm glad the light helps with you de-stressing. Everything's gonna be okay. Follow the light, back to the place of calm and relaxation within you. Good. And when you're ready, you can close your eyes, and begin to drift off. Thank you, Patrick. I did a video of look at the back wall. I believe you, but I have no memory of that. But I believe you. And the thing is, I don't have a bad memory. I remember a lot of things. I remember like vivid, detailed like things from my childhood, from my earlier years. It's just with my videos, it like works like a computer in my mind. Once they're edited and posted, they get like removed from my. So it's like they're with us, and then we got Sonia sleeping in her little tree, and hopefully Mittens will come back. I kind of feel bad I took his spot. He was really enjoying this blanket. But beagles are so cute. You know, yesterday I was looking on Craigslist for dog adoptions, and I don't know if this is possible or not, but I saw Chihuahua puppies, but their faces and their ears look exactly like beagles, and I've never seen that before. I kind of really wanted one, but I don't know, we'll see. The mermaid thing in the middle, it is, here, let me turn it on so you can see it. It's really pretty when it's lit up. Kind of makes a little bit of a sound, but do you see there's glitter? It like shoots out, it turns on this beautiful color, and then there is glitter that comes up from the bottom and moves around in the liquid. It is, I asked my mom yesterday, my mom gave it to me years ago. She said it was from a little like beach town shop in, I believe, Pismo Beach or Atascadero in Central California, but I don't remember what it was called. But up there, especially in Morro Bay, they have so many mermaid things. It's crazy. Like all beach towns have mermaid merch, but I've never seen so much mermaid stuff as in Morro Bay, which is in the Central Coast. Avila Beach is so nice. Yeah, it might actually be from there too. It's one of those places. So, привет, спасибо, Татьяна. Okay, did we come back? Okay, I gotta turn that light off though. The night I made it, I kept that mermaid lamp on all night because the light is supposed to guide spirits home, and I obviously wasn't going to leave candles on, but that stayed on and the batteries never died, so that was nice. You found it on Amazon? They have it on Amazon? No way. Is that what you're talking about? That's so cool. Would you put in like mermaid lantern? That's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off because it kind of makes a sound. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it kind of makes like a sound every few seconds. So. Okay, hi, we're back. Hello. Hello, Californian. Elson. Hello. What a cool name, Elson. I've never heard that. Every day there's people with names that I've never heard before in my life that are so unique and cool. I'm like, how many names are there that every single day there's multiple names that are so unique on here? Thank you. Alright. Так что, если я по-русски не сказала, это алтарь. По-моему, так можно, да, это алтарь для моих собак, который я сделала для День мертвых. Это мексиканский праздник, когда души, те, кто ушли, могут приходить назад к нам, с нами время провести. Я надеюсь, я правильно сказала. Hey, Anton. Oh, you're from Mexico, Cheru. Hello. So you probably know a lot more about this holiday than I do. This is my first year celebrating it, but I'm going to keep it going for the rest of my life. Пожалуйста, Татьяна, спасибо за русские комментарии. Иногда я забываю, что здесь люди, которые понимают другие языки. Я забываю переводить. Но когда я вижу ваши комментарии, я помню. Sí, Día de los Muertos. Everything's gonna be okay. By the way, in order to receive the Reiki energy, you just have to say I accept or yes, or not your yes, or whatever works for you. And then also remember to drink water to activate the Reiki energy in your body afterwards. Drink extra water more than usual, okay? Я сказала, что я буду делать Reiki энергию, и вам просто нужно согласиться ее принять или в комментариях, или про себя, и тоже вспомнить выпить воду сегодня позже, чтобы активировать энергию Рейки. Хорошо? Okay. Yo quiero decir esto en español, pero no tengo las palabras. Oh, hi, honey. Son, come here. Did we wake you? Hi, princess. She's yawning so loud. I don't know if you guys heard. Hi, pretty girl. Come join. Sonia, we're matching. Babes, I'm dressed up like you. Maybe I'm not Catwoman. Maybe I'm dressed up like Sonia. My black cat. I didn't even think of that. Maybe that's the difference. This was a Catwoman costume before with the mask. But now with the ears, my costume is actually Sonia. There. I looked at her. I was like, oh my god. Twins. Twins. Вдыхаем чувство спокойства, breathing in, calming energy, and breathing out any stress you've been carrying with you. Вдыхаем спокойство и выдыхаем все тяжелые мысли, чувства, которые вы носили в себе. Мы их просто отпускаем. Мы не должны их носить с собой больше. Они тяжелые, они ненужные. И мы можем их просто отпустить воздух. We don't have to carry things with us that are heavy and weigh us down. We can simply let them dissolve into the air and recycle back into stardust. Good. reminded me, when I was a child, I really loved the movie Fiddler on the Roof. I haven't thought of that since then. It's been a day of a lot of childhood memories, I guess. And it keeps going. Hey, Scotty, hello. Hi, Jim. Hello in Boston. If I were rich, oh, you saw it too. Who was it? The eldest daughter was Seidel. There was Seidel and Yente. But I don't remember the other names. I'm sure I would if I saw it. You know what's interesting, Shantae? I actually am not really into musicals, but there's a handful of exceptions, including that one. That I don't remember much from it. I just remember that Seidel was the eldest daughter, and they were gonna marry her to the butcher, this like old man. But she had this young